Now we know our natural home base, hopefully. Let's talk about a hard truth in communication. Intent does not equal impact. When we're operating on behavioural autopilot, especially under that slight stress of giving a presentation, many people revert to their natural home base, their autopilot. And our greatest strengths can actually come cross the line and become our audience's biggest distractions. And this is what we call the perception gap. So I'm just going to go through the four characters and give you kind of both sides of the coin, if you like. The red presenter thinks they're being efficient and decisive and dynamic. But in a room full of people who need context before they commit, who need to understand the why before they'll accept the what, that red energy can read as a bit of bulldozing. It reads as, my agenda matters far more than your questions being the audience's questions. To a supportive harmonizer, the green audience, that red can come across very much because they're focused on that bottom line delivery. It can actually come across as feeling quite aggressive or intimidating and dismissive of other people's feelings. The same for the yellow, who thinks they're being inspiring, creative, and engaging. But that yellow presenter in a room full of people who need precision, who came to evaluate, not to be inspired, that warmth can read as noise. Stories feel like detours. Energy feels like it's covering for a lack of substance. So a skeptical blue or a results-focused red will mentally check out. To a blue, that spontaneous, story-driven style can look like you're disorganized, superficial, unprepared. Green presenters, they see themselves as being considerate, careful, inclusive. But the green presenter in a room that wants direction, that came for answers, not for consensus, can feel indecisive. That care that they display can be read as a lack of confidence. The checking in reads as even the presenter isn't sure. And a red audience in particular will start to fill in the kind of the vacuum with their own agenda. And so the green can start to be seen as being hesitant, slow, lacking in conviction. The blue presenter, who thinks they're being thorough and precise and professional. But again, in a room that needs a decision, that's been living with this problem for months, and they came here to get the answer, then that rigour just reads as delay. The caveats read as doubt. The thoroughness reads as I'm not ready to commit. And by the time the blue presenter gets to their recommendations, the room has they've lost the thread. They've lost the will to live. Or even worse, the red has got so frustrated in waiting that they've just jumped in and taken the meeting over. To an energetic yellow, those 50 slides of data and a rigid script that is being read word for word can feel really cold and clinical and completely uninspiring.